Welcome back to Limbus Company. It's been a little bit since I've uploaded. I've been a mixture of sick and also a little bit of burnout. No promise. Daily uploads might be not as frequent for the next while, but I'll still make sure to upload. Now and then I'll stream like the event and stuff, that sort of thing. But it's about time I actually got into doing the Walpurgis Nights event. I did the polls, I got all the stuff. Had to actually use Ideality to get the ego, but that's fine. We enter the Book of the Church of Gears? Sure thing. A team. I completely forgot about that. Obviously we'll go with the funny and new stuff. Right? And then, what else is thematic? Just go for a bunch of, like, Walp stuff? I mean, Magic Bullet, obviously. Actually, Gun Team? Gun Team? Yeah, let's try it. I'm probably not gonna get, like, all the actual funny, like, the funnies, funny missions, like, first try. So I can just do whatever this first time. Yeah, sure. I don't really care about the backups too much. Actually, I probably should, shouldn't I? Yeah, since the funny guy's gonna retreat. Sure, ring song. That works. Let's see how the story goes here. This seems like a good place to end it, Dante. Alright. I do consultation with the sinners when there is a need to do so, but I also invite them for regular consultations as well, regardless of the necessity. Our conversations were usually pretty inane and somewhat perfunctory to the point, sorry, still a little sick, so it happens if it is. But where I feel like I'm just going down a list of things to say, asking obvious questions like, how are you doing? Are you dealing with any difficult emotions? Or other queries of similar nature, which means that most of our conversation ends up being idle chatter, but, well, so we're good here, right? Faust believes so, yes. Your continual growth has been observed throughout the repeated consultations, and no changes for the worse or problems with your tenure as the manager have been found. That's good. Faust was always the last sinner on my consultation list, and whenever I finished consulting her, she would have me participate in her consultation in turn. These are rather valuable opportunities for me, given that they're pretty much the only times I ever get to voice my concerns without hesitation, not to mention that they are also chances to try to brainstorm how we'd go about resolving them. It is. Do you have any further questions? As I was listening to Faust, sitting across from her and cleaning up the documents laid out in my desk, my calendar came into view. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's happening pretty soon, isn't it? By it, you were referring to the Walpurgis night. I feel like it's about time it happened again. It's been happening pretty frequently as of late, to the point where they're occurring once every few days. I don't know how rare this event really is, but I'm starting to develop some sort of intuition as to how often it comes. Every few days. I guess that is, like, the whole time scale's weird. Like, has it only, I guess it's logically only been a few days, probably since, last Walp, right? We're getting to the point of the story where they're kind of like, who's that on the, sorry, I got distracted. It's at the point where, like, they're not trying to move through time nearly as fast as for the first half, because, like, logically enough, like, there's, like, what, 6 in-universe months until the big, like, event that's, like, gonna kill a lot of people, so not going nearly as fast now, so yeah, I guess it hasn't been super long since last Vault. It seems that you have found yourself a pattern of sorts, Dante. However, the basis by which the Walpurgis nights occur is pure chance. There are no rules that dictate their frequency. Huh, really? But I just have this feeling, an intuition that it's about to happen, you know? Faust has come to understand that your feelings, Dante, may sometimes yield exceptional results that elude any sort of logical or sensible explanations. However, to find patterns in which there are none is... Yeah. You've been showing up, Faust. Faust had just begun her explanation with a barely noticeable grin when she was prematurely cut off by the all-too-familiar alarm and the accompanying light show of green flashes. You were saying, Faust? It is always a pleasant surprise to encounter such uncertainties. You don't look pleased at all, though. Let us head to the driver's seat. And with that, she hurriedly stormed out of my room. Some time later. This is one weird place, huh? Are we in some kind of prison? Or the Church of Gears? I guess we don't know too much about the actual, like, church's, like, layout and stuff. I don't know. The air smells dank. I think we might be underground. I was wondering if we'd get to visit the L-Corp headquarters again. I'm pretty sure that's where we'll be going on our next Walpurgis night. Huh? How do you know that? Doesn't it seem like they're taking turns to appear? The patterns are telling me that this time we're inside a book of the library, I think. Yeah. Funny pattern. Any thoughts, Faust? As I have stated earlier, the basis by which the Walpurgis nights occur is pure... The hell are you blathering about? Quit going off on tangents and answer the question straight, yeah? Always, for the sake of efficiency, immediately and succinctly expliate your point when replying to your superior's questions. Understood. Indeed. This event seems to take place at a period of time when the library existed. However, it does not seem to be the case that we will be facing abnormalities here, as we had done so in the past. It is still very weird to me that we went from, Abno into actual, like, Ruina fight, like, normal people fights, like, reception. I guess I'll have to see how it's, like, going to be done exactly here. It's definitely weird, but it makes sense. Focus on some of the guests, and then when we eventually do fight more Abnos, maybe we'll get, like, actual, like, realization fights. Would be very funny, that's for sure. Don't know how well that would work. I feel like that wouldn't work well with the whole mission system is the only thing, right? If they did, like, full-on realizations, because that would be a bit more of, like, a longer boss fight compared to most of the, like, Walpurgis stuff has been more, like, waves of enemies, like, you gotta do them fast, that sort of thing. Although I say that, but, like, Fairy Festival was closer to the, just a big boss thing, but it was only one boss, so I don't know. It just wouldn't fit what they've been doing so far, so I don't know if they ever would do something like that, but it would be really funny. Huh? Then what? Wait. Shh. Voices. They're close. With everyone hushed, I could hear voices muttering from a distant hallway. It seems that this place is a place of congregation for an emergent religious group once known as the Church of Gears. Yeah, which assumably no longer exists. It's hard to say because, like, we don't know how big exactly it was, and we also, like, don't know, like, if there's any hierarchy beyond Eileen, right? Like, with Eileen dead, will there be someone else who, like, takes up, like, the leadership, or did they all die in the library too? Like, we don't know how many, like, of the Church of Gears was, like, ugh. I can't trip my words today. I just haven't been speaking a lot recently because I haven't been recording. It happens. But we don't just know how much of them have been devastated, right? The Church of Gears? So do they worship literal gears? Or is it more symbolic, like they're worshipping the sacred values of labor or something? Excuse me. Faust gazed into the distance, blinked a few times, and continued as though she realized something. Not exactly. They consider themselves to be, as denizens of the city, nothing more than gears. Yeah, she just got some, like, info from, Church of Gears, Faust, or whatever from the Gesellschaft. Their belief is that their misfortunes stem from the fact that their current lot in life has placed them where they do not belong. Such was Faust's input. She getting all this from the Gesellschaft we mentioned before? Yeah. They don't seem too off the mark, then. Plenty of people in the city have jobs they're not fit for. Perhaps so. However, do understand that the laity of this religion, dubbed meat gears, install their objects of worship known as thought gears, gears made from humans, into their own brains. And, okay, point taken. You can stop now. It's very weird. Because, like, I guess, like, we don't exactly know how exactly it works, right? Like, is it because of a distortion? Because we know Eileen wasn't, like, the first, like, person to turn to evil gear, since her father was doing it first. So is it thanks to an actual technology? I know there's, like, the weird chair that we're probably gonna see soon, that, like, they did it in, but, like, it's very weird. We don't really know. And once again, a lot of this lore, like, this is probably, like, the last time we'll ever get lore on Church of Gears. Unless we got, like, a Church of Gears, like, identity or something one day. They could do that for, like, the bit of, like, smoke, I guess, right? Could be a funny, like, Season 0 thing. I don't think they would do that, though. Especially since we don't know how alive they actually are. Yeah. What was I even thinking? Of course they're just another bunch of crazies. Or I guess something funny they could have done is if we had, like, a Church of Gears 3-star, and, like, if, like, Full Stop Heath was only a 2-star or something. That way we'd still have the 2 3-stars thing, but also funny, like, Full Stop synergy. I don't know. Just spitballing. Not sure if we will. I do know that smoke exists, right? I do know that the enemies have smoke. I've seen stuff on that already. Which is kind of exciting, because maybe we'll get smoke stuff eventually, but who knows. Roja brought her hand to her mouth as though she was about to vomit, then shook her head dismissively. Anyways, so what are we supposed to be doing here? Do we kill him? It is uncertain where the end of this scenario lies. However, as your proposed course of action has often led us to solutions, it likely will not be much different this time. Yep, we fight people a lot. Please, a moment. What is this scenario that you have mentioned in passing? Also, Dawn has yet to say anything. Or did she say something? I don't think she said anything, right? Unless they kind of glanced over, I'm pretty sure she said nothing. Which is interesting. They're not trying to get too much into the Dawn stuff here. Maybe they will in the event tomorrow, right? Who knows? Yeah, I got that too. It is only a hypothesis of sorts at the moment. However, please recall the past manifestations of a phenomenon in which we, once the goal determined by the scenario was deemed complete, were immediately returned to the bus's corridors. And given that the beginning and the resolution are always identical, as though the scenario is resetting from cycle to cycle, it can be surmised that we are repeating the same scenario. There are other rooms in the back door with similar attributes, given that they also consist of rooms that repeat certain scenarios until a certain objective is completed. It can be said that the prospect of this hypothesis turning out to be correct is not entirely out of the realm of possibility when it comes to technological limitations. Lot of words. In recollecting, as you say, I find that there were instances in which we were invariably made to reach the same conclusion, regardless of the specifics of our methodologies in battle. Verily. Hast thou not said before, young Faust, that our actions taken within the bounds of the realities manifested by the powers of Walpurgis not? Like, she butchered it even more this time, I think. I feel like she didn't have that much trouble saying it last time. Were indeed events of the past, ye have manipulated not the history of the world wherein we do exist. Correct. That is another evidence for the hypothesis that these are but scenarios. So, even if we were to kill those worshippers, they're not actually dying, right? Still carrying that soft heart, aren't you? But it just doesn't seem right. Attacking someone who can speak like we do without really getting to know what's going on seems... You know? The intent behind your question is understood. Yes, you are correct. Surely we can't just run in there and kill everyone immediately. Surely that would be uncouth. And you know, Limbus Company is known for being very couth. Yeah. Testing. Do you copy? An unfamiliar voice suddenly whispers into our ears. Who is this? The heck? Since when did we have these things in our ears? That's when I realized that the Sims were all equipped with something resembling transmitters in their ears. Oh yeah, since it's locked to the full stop announcer, I guess, yeah, like, we're listening to the full stop stuff, they'll, like, say stuff. I actually didn't get the full stop announcer myself, that's, like, the one thing I didn't get from the gambling, so I guess this will be my chance to hear it. What are you guys? It's me, Stefan, wake up! We gave you some contributions so we must better blitzes like this. We even made quite the fuss when we were handing it over to you, remember? Come on, let's just do our jobs and go home, okay? Or is it another tantrum about how we're taking 60% of the reward? Okay, I see. This appears to be our role in this scenario. So they've hired Limbus Company to do their bidding in this, I guess it is a mirror role, in a sense. It's just a mirror world of, like, the time, like, where this is what happens. I don't know. It's weird. It's also, like, it's somewhere between a mirror world and, like, library book magic, right? Because it is called Inside a Library's Book, but we don't know how literal they're being about that, right? Especially since, like, the library doesn't actually have those books anymore, but maybe it's mirror world stuff, like, tying that into it, right? I don't know. We all know that the Church of Gears is one nutjob factory, but don't let the ickiness get in the way of the mission. Got that? We got this straight from Director Eugenia, She Association Section 2. Name drop, nice. You have to capture their leader alive. If you screw this job up, we can all say goodbye to that payday we've all been looking forward to. So I'm leaving it to you, okay? Hey, what does this leader look like? Are you insane? You didn't even read the document the same before going in there? Ah, okay, I guess I did infiltrate the base without even reading the intel. Maybe there are veterans who really are just that good. I won't deny the title of a veteran, yeah. Oh, well, you'll know the moment you lay your eyes on the leader. Veiled face, huge gears in the head, and all that. That appears to be an appropriate amount of intelligence to identify the target. Great, then, let's do this! Okay, we're gonna go into the fight immediately, yeah, okay. And then Argalia is gonna stop us from, like, killing her. We run away, we, like, go, quote-unquote, to the library. Swarming you soon, stay sharpened. Interesting, that was only Stefan. Like, does it alternate between the, instead of it being all three of them all of them, does it, like, alternate between who's speaking? Oh, I didn't even, oh, it's only 5 people. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, because you get double slotted. It is a normal battle, though, similar to how they did it with, the Green Dawn, so... We just gotta kill these people and see how that goes. Okay. I haven't actually used these guys yet. I know your skill 1 is... Your skill 1 spends 3 ammo. That's bad. You want a skill 2. Yeah, okay, cool. Simple enough. And there's a lot of funny interactions you can do between these two. Like, I think, like, what is it? Like, if Heathcliff evades, then, Honglu will perform a follow-up attack himself. That is a scary evade. I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Since, you know, these guys, they do have the funny passive, right? That gives them, like, the funny evasion stuff. Nice, that's the funny follow-up stuff from, Yisang's. Or, not Yisang, Honglu. Because it's... Everyone's high friends at 25, yeah. The target mark can do that, cool. Skill 3 immediately feels like overkill, because you only get one of them, right? That's your concentration. Yeah. Atelier logic ammo. Do we just spend it here, or do we, like, save it? I don't know, I feel like we should probably just spend it. Like, I don't think... This is only the normal version, so I don't think there's gonna be much to actually, like, warrant saving it for, right? We can get 4 Pride Res, so this should be guaranteed follow-ups, right? And it's highest resonance, so Pride works for it. Yeah, cool. Oh, I have Holiday equipped, right? Because I was doing the Christmas event. So we can't actually use Funny Magic Bullet Ego, but that's fine. I'm sure we'll live without it. Yeah, instantly kills. Makes sense. And that's, like, without, like, Poise being, like... Did we crit that? We might have actually crit that. I don't know. I feel like we didn't, though. I feel like it would have been funnier. Okay, a lot of targets marked. A lot of killage. I'm not sure if there's going to be anything, like, rough in, like, the normal mode missions. Probably not. It's only once per turn. Yeah, okay, it is. Don't really want to spend my ammo on that, but, like... Yeah, it's just not worth it, I don't think. Target marked, sure. Your ammo is also not that big of an issue, because you, like, get, like, a free reload, like, once per fight, right? Doesn't he? I thought he had, like, a free reload bit. I'm not sure, then. Or is it... Oh, no, is it the yeah, okay, it's the defense skill that does it. So he doesn't need to, like, spend a turn to do it. Alright, simple enough. Yeah, that makes enough sense. Funny how that's, you know, slowest speed, but it still went first. I assume it's the enemy speed, right? Usually that's how that sort of stuff goes. Target mark. Do we headshot a random person? We do, okay. Good to know. I assumed as much. I assume, like, that's only the case in normal counter. It's like how assist attack, if it kills someone, but it still triggers, with a cabinational skill too, it'll just hit a random person. Oh, I didn't kill people there. Do I fail the perfect kill because of that? I think I do. Which is fine. I'm not exactly running an optimal team, right? So, I can't be very surprised by that. That's alright. Because if it's anything like Green Dawn, you need to like do perfect like every single wave in order to get like the full clear, which is fine. I mean I'm running like Pirate, Gregor, and LCCV Ishmael, so like I'm definitely not running a very optimal team for this. So yeah, that's how it goes. Nice. You're almost out of ammo. Not quite, but you're definitely gonna run out this turn. Yeah, okay. We'll miss out on two no matter what. That's fine. You're failing. We can ego a little bit, I guess. Garden of Thorns is a very funny thing to go for because it's not very good, but it's funny. Yeah, I gotta like abuse egos like as much as you can in this situation, right? Because they're just really good. Is that only hitting 2? I didn't notice how much attack weight did these guys take up, or were they stacked? They might have been stacked on top of each other. No, that only hit 2 of them. Oh, that's probably because everyone else died, actually, most likely. Because she was, like, later in the turn order, so, like, it just hasn't, like, gone through all of them, but they're probably, like, all dead. Oh, yeah, because Garden of Thorns goes first. This should do a bunch of damage to a lot of them. Yeah. Just being weird about how they actually, like, display the attack order. Normal stuff. Do we get, like, the pride damage up or something here? I think so, yeah. Not that it's that big of a deal, but still something. Is it just you left? No, there's 2 left. Do we kill with this? Okay, so Heathcliff should follow up, though? No, he left. Okay, I think that's, what, 27 kill? So not a great, like, go-through, but that's fine. I was trying to go for, like, a more thematic team, the one that was actually going to be good for this. Pretty unsettling, but they didn't give us too much trouble, huh? Yeah? Oh, I forgot to look at, like, what they were doing at all. I know they have smoke. I really should have looked at passives and stuff, huh? I just immediately was, like, too focused on using the full stop, guys. Oh, well. My weapon kept slipping out of my hand because I had to stop myself from throwing up. But brains and all that blood and chunks of flesh whenever the gears turned and crushed the... It is ill-advised to mouth what imparts you nothing but displeasure, Sinclair. Past the sinners, who all appeared rather exhausted from certain non-fatigue-related issues, I saw a shuddering figure. That one must be the leader of this church. Otis, remember, this is a capture mission. What was going on with, like, the text scroll there? Like, it started, like, over here and then, like, really slowly went through the italics. Of course, Executive Manager. I know an exceptional technique by which I can 100% ensure the survival of this subject, possible defense wounds notwithstanding. Please, leave us alone. Stay away. Just as Otis had begun approaching the leader, her face contorting into a terrifying expression. Oh, wow. 13 of you, hmm? Why, those friends must have spent quite a fortune hiring you all. There he is. There was a flash of light, and in that blink of an eye, someone had kicked Otis to the side and embraced the leader in their arms. Ah, could you be the person my father always talked about? I guess. Yep, straight up line from Ruina. Fie, I cannot well see who this figure is, yet such power has to be. Sorry, friends, I do appreciate your welcome, but I'm going to have to leave with this friend over here instead. Make way for us, will you? Absolutely not! Otis aggressively strides towards the shadowy intruder. The details were fuzzy and shadowed, but I was pretty sure this figure was holding a massive scythe. What a grand welcome. Wow, I'm about to shed a tear. Well then. The intruder begins to raise his scythe, his voice untainted by even a tinge of battle anxiety. And we found ourselves back in the corridors. Also, has Honglu said a single line in this entire thing? I don't know if he did, despite getting, like, the big 3-star of the event, he's not said anything, I don't think. That's funny. It seems that this is where this scenario ends. What indignity. Makes enough sense. It seems to be following roughly, like, the time frame in which full stop was like the full stop story witnessed in Ruina, right? It shows them like watching, engage, blue reverb corners them, they leave, etc. Like the details are different, of course. They're going to be like instead of running away, like it ended right there, but roughly the same sort of thing happens. So likely that's going to be the trend, the pattern. Nay, young Otis, 'tis not to be humiliated of. While I'm not into young Otis. Well, I'm not entirely confident in the speculation, for I was availed not else save for the silhouette. That strength, that composure. Forsooth, the silhouette of this foe. Like, I mean, that's just her pronouncing it correctly. Silhouette, like, silhouette. That's just how you say the word. I had borne witness to the magnificence of the past in the magazines. Color. Thou hast almost engaged in a duel with a color fixer. Recovering your memories clearly hasn't diminished your love of fixers one bit, huh? Silence! 'Tis irrelevant. Anyhow, young Faust, said as such in the past that a repeated visit would be to our bed of as long as this night is effect, forsooth? Forsooth! Indeed. Well, should I be granted the chance to behold this countenance of this figure, it should be of no trouble for I to determine which of the illustrious color fixers this one is with greater certainty. May I perchance be granted the opportunity to approach this figure in young Otis's stead? There's no reason to deny that request, though I am of the belief that the identity of this individual will not be revealed regardless of the choices we make in this scenario. Woo-hoo! She's so happy. She's just so joyous. I'm so happy. Donkeyevich was as passionate as ever, but Faust's expression maintained a stony coldness, highlighting the contrast. It seems like she was deep in contemplation. So I sought to ask, is something on your mind, Faust? If the scenario hypothesis is correct, perhaps the conclusion we have just seen may be a hint of sorts. A hint? Perhaps the over-contrivance of this conclusion implies a tacit I don't think I've ever heard that word spoken aloud, so I actually don't know how to pronounce it. I think I've only ever read it. I genuinely do not know how to pronounce it. I know what it means. I just think I've only ever about a threat or warning posed against us that this tale may be forced to continue regardless of our own actions. There may be an instant in the future which LCB's journey continues to an untimely halt due to our failure to find the conclusion in a Walpurgis night event. It appears that access to the information is still locked. I'm having some trouble following your train of thought. It is alright. When the time comes, Dante, it may be the case that your intuition will bring proof to these hypotheses. As it has today. Yeah. However, it seems that verifying Don Quixote's hypothesis takes precedence for the moment. Mr. Esquire, prithee move with haste now. Haste, I say. Can we have a second before we... Watching Don Quixote's enthusiasm, I decided to table the more complicated thoughts for later, like I always do. Faust is right. It may do us well for me to have some more faith in my own intuitions for now. Cool. Simple enough story, right? More like vague lore stuff on Walpurgis stuff. You did the most damage. I mean, makes enough sense. Very funny bit he's got there. And I definitely can't claim everything. Yeah, 4 plus a single attack skill. Defeat all 30. Okay. That's simple enough. I can get some random things. Yeah, that's nice. Always nice to get more XP tickets and thread and pulls and that sort of thing. Right. With a ready fire effect. Surviving. Oh, just okay, that's easy enough. Defeat a nuclear fanatic with 80 plus HP and single attack. Yeah, defeat 4 plus with a single attack skill. That's definitely doable. Definitely not with what I was going for. Like, if I had I assume that's like the magical odors is like the play for this. And this one, 77. Okay, that makes enough sense, yeah. And a bunch of random things, yeah. Some of these should be easy enough. Some of them will definitely take some work to do. But I'm not too concerned. I'll be able to do all that sort of stuff. And, you know, just for good luck, do the daily pull. Nothing, darn. I guess I could theoretically get something from, like, one of the other two. So we'll try it. Doesn't seem like it, though. Finally, standard banner. I should have done the reverse order, ended with the Walps one. For, the bit, but, eh. Oh well. 9 shard kind of day, that's fine. I'm doing really well in shards. After, all the polls, after Walpurgis, I am doing very well in shards right now, I've got almost 400 Honolulu shards. Don't know if he's gonna get literally anything until his season, so I'm not sure if I'll get to use these. They might just end up getting half. Maybe I'll get something random. I don't know. It's possible. But yeah, a lot of shards, a lot of thread as always, so that's nice. But yeah, cool little event. I'll make sure to get all that stuff on my own time. Just wanted to go through the story and, first impression sort of thing on these new units. They're very funny. I'll probably do a Mirror Dungeon run tomorrow with them, assuming I'm feeling fine. But who knows? But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!